Welcome to HOs On Air. I'm your host, Lucy. This is your host, Sarah.
Hi, hoes!
Sporting her ginormous fan from...
Drag Queen Brunch, people.
Yeah, which we talked about a few weeks back.
Drag Queen Brunch.
Lord.
It's a fabulous way to spend some time. I mean, these people put some effort
Are
into
they
things.
paying you to do this?
No, this is just
Okay.
me enjoying my fan because it's fucking hot.
Are you a fan of
I'm
the
a
brunch?
I am, and I like this fan, thus I bought it. And
You
are you
bought it?
Are you enjoying it too? Because I think it's getting to you over there.
It's,
that.
yeah, it's...
Are you feeling it?
I am.
All right then.
But it's
All right,
not
then.
one of those days where I'm warm.
Well, you know what? I am. To you, to our host. Thank you,
Cheers.
host. Thank you for
Host,
joining us on
welcome to
Host
the
On Air.
show.
Welcome.
We have a plethora of topics to discuss today. Again, all of which I am not privy to. So I have no idea what's going to happen today. But if you have a topic you want to discuss or get our opinion on, the phone number is 833-847-7227. Call us. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
How are you, Ho?
You know, I'm good. I'm good. And I feel like, well, are we, when do we do stuff?
We do it later.
We have new stuff?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I would like to discuss with you some things that I've been observing in the universe. I don't know about you people, but one of my new things that I do when I just wake up, you know, I like to think about appreciating my day, appreciating what I have going on. Even if you wake up feeling
Is
like
this like the gratitude aspect of The Secret?
kind of,
Yeah.
But it's a little better because, you know, I feel like those things, they don't allow you to just feel like a turd. You know, like sometimes you just wake up and you're like, this day already sucks ass, and you just opened your eyes. Okay? So nothing's even happened yet to have you feel that shitty, and you still have to reach for gratitude. So this was a day that I did that. You know, I woke up and I'm
Today.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Then, you know, you just reach for the things, you know, that you have right now to appreciate.
Your
Usually
dog.
on my list, oh, absolutely. Dog, cat, any pets, cute faces.
I wake up with 4 faces.
You know, and for
Hi,
me, it's also, especially living here in Vegas, air conditioning. Air conditioning is a priority in my life. I appreciate it.
It will be more
all
so
the
in
time.
about a month when we're at 100 degrees.
Absolutely.
least.
So I reach for that, and then I reach for, you know, things like my friends and the fact that I got any sleep at all, because sleep can be rare sometimes, and you go through it. So my point in bringing all of that up is that I go through the morning already having done that, and then it's kind of interesting to see, okay, what's the universe going to give back? What's going to happen now that I've made the effort to do that? Because people in the metaphysical community really swear by this, and they say that if you make an effort to do this for about a month, that you should start seeing changes in your life. Now, I made the effort to do all of this, and then I go for a walk, as I do with my dog every morning. And what do I see on the side of my street?
A shadoobie.
No. I see tampon packaging.
Oh. Well,
Now-
it was just trash day.
I don't care.
No, but
That's
I'm
not
saying-
the point.
I understand, but you have to put that into the factor, like trash day just happened, and the trash trucks, it's not like olden days where a man jumps out of the truck and takes the trash can, makes sure everything gets into the truck. Now it's automated. The truck comes in, it puts its horns out, it lifts the thing, it pops it overhead and puts it back down and moves on. Do you know how much trash I find in the neighborhood, like around my trash cans, that they just completely ignore?
I understand that. That's a valid point.
I'm trying to make a valid point because it's
But-
not the homeowner's fault.
I didn't say it was the homeowner's
I'm
fault
just
at all.
saying.
I ain't getting on any homeowners.
Okay.
What I am trying to say, do we have people? I feel like we missed a comment. I'm sorry for anybody whose comment
No,
we
this is
missed.
not an adult porn show. It's just adult talk. So, you know, you have to have a little maturity to sit through some of the conversation.
Not really. No, you don't. But you have to know what a tampon is in this set.
It's a tampon.
Here's the point. What is the likelihood?
organic?
No, it was plastic.
Real cotton.
It was plastic, and it was green. And the reason I know
Oh
that
my God.
is because I saw it. My point, people, is
How did you know?
how likely
You get a green
is it?
tampon.
Because I saw it, Luz. And what is the likelihood? I hear what you're saying about the trash just getting, spread out and they take the cans and things go everywhere, okay? But I've never seen anything like that before. So the point that I'm trying to illustrate here is, here I am in the morning. I appreciate this.
Gratitude.
I appreciate that.
You're
and
appreciating
then I go
seeing the green tampon.
What? Where are we going here?
Oh, I thought that's where you were going with this.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't appreciate it. So I said to the universe, I said, and what am I supposed to get something from this? What are you showing me this tampon for? Is what I said. And would you have even noticed the tampon, or would you have already blown it off and it would be dismissed from your experience? Because I observe these things after I've gone through my gratitude
would have noticed it,
scenario.
but I also would have probably taken a moment from that to just go, okay, well, maybe somebody needs to wrap that stuff and put it in a basket so it doesn't end up that way. And, so it's almost like a throwback to myself as a reminder to do certain things. In the event that were me, which it would never be. That's just hilarious. I'm sorry.
Well, and I thought, what does this say?
That's like puberty 101. How to wrap your tampon.
But yet, moving on, I also spilled my drink. And,
On you?
Well,
Did
no,
you use
no.
the tampon to swap it up?
I did not, but I like that you're following the story. No, but what I did do was I spilled my drink and it spilled onto my glasses. And I don't know if I've ever told you this.
Did you clean your glasses with the tampon?
I cleaned my glasses. I took a tissue and I cleaned up the drink that spilled, and then I used it I'm like, my glasses have been really foggy, and I used it and they were cleaner than they've been in years from spilling a drink, which was inconvenient, but I wouldn't have used, it was an alcoholic beverage. Imagine that.
Imagine that. Alcohol clean stuff.
And yeah.
Shocking.
And my glasses were cleaner than they had ever been. So do you see?
You don't say.
So many fluctuations here. Go on a walk, observe tampons, come home, spill champagne, yet my glasses are cleaner. I'm like seeing a whole new world with clean glasses. Thank you. And you can use that later.
Place I never knew.
And then the universe brought me.
Glasses were clear.
Oh, sweet
Sorry,
baby
go
Jesus. The universe brought me another little, oh God, you might snarf. The universe brought me another little tidbit. So I told you about, our audience doesn't know, and you'll just have to ride with me because you already know. So I was watching this stand-up comedian talking about all the fun you can have with people. And he said, get a KFC bucket.
Oh my God.
There's more, he said.
This is good.
It is. You get a KFC bucket. Then you go and you get a live chicken and you put it in the bucket and you go back through the KFC drive-through and then you say, this one isn't done, and you drive off.
Oh my God, you guys. You got to follow us on TikTok, okay? This is going to be the new TikTok challenge. Sarah and I are going to get a live chicken.
And we are.
We're going to put it in a KFC bucket.
And we're going to go through
We're
the
going to
drive-through.
have cameras set up. We're going to go through KFC and be like, we asked for well done. This is pretty raw.
But we can't leave a chicken there, because here's where I was going with this story. The universe brings coincidences.
It's going to be a TikTok challenge. I want to see everybody do it.
Well, you have to know people who have chickens, and I do. That's where I was going with the story. What is the likelihood that I would see a comedian mention this fabulous adventure and then my friend actually purchases chickens that she's keeping as pets?
Okay.
The chickens
so
are,
can we
chickens
go
are not
through
in danger.
like if we go together, can you put an adult chicken in yours? And if I have one of the sides, I'm going to put a chicken there.
Well,
and maybe if it's a potato side, I will just put a potato and say my mashed potatoes aren't quite cooked.
That's hysterical. I hadn't thought of taking it that. You're taking it far.
I'm taking it far.
You're taking it far.
If you're going to do it, go big.
But yeah, I'm just saying, the tampon might have seemed like an icky thing.
I forgot about the tampon already.
You know what? Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I do,
because
but they do
everything,
this, and then they do this.
Everything that I talk about has a point if you bring it back later. So I'm trying to talk about the laws of the universe, putting out things you appreciate. I'm probably one of the very few people that even saw this comedian illustrate this story about how you can have fun in life. And then I'm thinking, well, I don't get to do that. I don't know where any chickens are. And my friend adopts chickens. And I'm sure she would let us have one. The catch is, I don't know if an adult chicken, if it's nice and fat and rumptious, can fit in one of those buckets.
That's half the fun.
And we have to return the chicken.
She just has to be in the back seat to monitor the chicken.
We'll bring her.
Yeah. My amazing
Sarah.
cleaning lady, she has chickens. She keeps trying to get me to take some of her chickens because she's got fresh chicks. And I'm going, my HOA doesn't allow chickens.
Well,
But believe you me, I have a cottage garden. If that were a thing, I would be snagging up those chickens.
people get around that riffraff. You can bring in a chicken.
Yeah, not in my HOA, no.
Really?
No.
Snobs.
No.
All right, whatever. Anyway, these are things that I wanted to do. Now let's get down to business, people, because I have some grievances about society.
Ooh, airing of the grievances. Mm-hmm. Aaron.
Do we have a theme song for the airing
grievances?
of bum 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 bum? The Death March. Oh, where are we not allowed to use that? That's a Star Wars. Yeah, we can't.
Well, you can sing it.
No, well, I'm done with that. Now, I would like to point out to our audience and to yourself, Lucy, that in the dating community, an epidemic has arisen of people thinking that they are much more attractive than they actually are.
Oh my God, that's a big accident.
Thank you.
That's a huge accident.
Thank you. The airing of the yes.
That's a major accident. The airing of the grievances has been
Thank
brought
you,
to
Erin.
you today by 702 Justice, people.
And
It's
Darth
our very
Vader.
first sponsor. If
Yes.
you've been in an accident or you've got injury and you need help, do you have an accident?
I could.
Are you injured?
Do you need help? Not just now.
Then you should call 702 Justice.
702 Justice.
702
Justice.
Yeah, that's it.
702
Yep.
Justice, people.
Yeah.
Now, so back to me. Back to me and the way that people are thinking that they are much more attractive than they are.
It's a
Now-
crime, people.
well,
It's a crime.
It's not new, and actually very little in the dating community is new, people. I mean, everybody's just regurgitating the same old, disillusionment. But what
no,
is
not
new...
just us. Justice.
Just-
Justice. Justice.
It's...
Oh my God! Come on, people.
Did we say it wrong? Did we...
Maybe I slurred. I don't know.
Me too. What?
Isn't there a commercial? Yeah. We're gonna show you what we mean by 702 Justice. We'll be right back.
Please. All right. Where were we? Oh, sweet baby
The
Jesus.
airing of the grievances brought to us by 702 Justice.
So I was so worked up about this one that I'm really going to have to read what I had written about it. So it is not new, people.
it's a reading of the grievances.
It is not new that people do overshoot how attractive that they think they are. But what is new is the way that you can put it on the internets.
Yes. Isn't it great, though, that people think that they can, like, if you think you're hot, right? You've put on your makeup, you get in an outfit you feel really good in, but you haven't checked yourself in the mirror, and you walk out the door going, I'm fucking hot. And it's the direct opposite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that. I do that all the time.
Do you?
It's happening right now.
Oh.
But be that as it may, geez, now I have to find it again. You know?
Do you know your code?
I do. So where I was going with this is that disillusionment abounds in people thinking that they are more attractive than they are. So I took the trouble for our viewers, for you, for
Thank you.
anyone, to write down a few of the common ways that you can check to see if you are overshooting people, if you're overshooting how attractive you actually are to what you think you are.
Okay.
Here are some of the symptoms.
Symptom number 1.
If people say you're funny or nice only.
Oh, personality. You
Yeah.
have a great personality.
You sure do, Ho.
Oh my God.
I've always loved your personality.
You have such a great personality.
Thanks, Ho.
You're so funny.
Thanks, Ho.
Yeah.
If you're not getting anything more other than, oh my God, she has a great personality. The chances are, did you ever hear Jeff Fox? Or the chances are you might be a redneck. What's happening?
These shortcut names.
What's happening?
I'm a big tuna there.
I can't read that.
Is a 10. That's what I'm reading.
Oh,
Big tuna.
Big tuna.
Big tuna.
It sounds very office. Now,
do you have a good personality, Big Tuna?
Sweet baby Jesus. Also, remember Jeff Foxworthy, and he had his bit, you might be a redneck if.
Oh my God, I love that one.
See? So we're kind of doing, you might be overshooting if. If. So here we have.
Number one, you have a really nice personality.
Mm-hmm. That's
symptom
number one.
Number two.
And there's by the way, I want to comment on the fact that there's a lot of posts out there about this topic. So I found common ones. Okay. So another common one is if you only ever match with bot accounts on dating apps, this is a problem. Only the bots are still responding because they're bots and they don't really see how you look. Are you aware of the bot community?
I'm not.
It's a thing where it's not even a real person, but it's just out there scoping.
Why is it doing that? Is it to make you feel better about yourself?
No. It's, you know what? I don't know why. I just know that it's done. Would anyone like to comment about the bot community and why there are bots and what purpose that serves? I don't know. That wasn't the topic for today. But also, if kids come up to you and say, you're ugly, chances are you actually, and I can attest to this. I remember being about, 5. Anyway, we had a housekeeper at the time, and she was there doing her thing. And I thought that I would do her the great service of informing her that she was fat.
Oh my God, Sarah.
I did.
You body shamed.
I did. And this was well before all of it. And
Raquel,
then
you are so funny and nice.
Then, what did Raquel say?
Funny and nice.
You see? Now. And beautiful.
Aaron says you're beautiful as well.
And I think so as well. Here's the thing. I was a child, and I thought that I was giving out, no idea, ho.
Oh my God.
Oh, Shannon. I caught you. Ho. Shannon is a big part of hoes. We'll get into that. But the point is, if kids ever come up and say shit, kids are known for being brutally honest. They have no filters.
I have a solution for that.
What do we give them a drink? Do we drug them?
No. Depending on the age, but like pretty much like 7 and under. Mm-hmm. As long as you're a fiery redhead, all they notice is the hair.
Wow.
And then they go.
And then they want to touch you. Yeah.
Hi.
I'd be arrested. I'd be like, get off. No, I can't have red hair.
I'm just saying.
Oh my
they
God.
Can't say you're ugly because they're like, even babies. I notice babies with red hair. Like if I'm standing next to girlfriends and there's a baby, the baby automatically like hones in on the red hair.
I'm honing in on it right now. I'm mesmerized.
Just saying, it's a good solution.
But
relatively cheap.
Well, I tell my housekeeper this, and then my mother pulls me around later.
Yes, we know bots are software apps that stimulate human responses. We're asking why.
Yeah, who does that benefit?
Yeah,
why
are there bots simulating human responses in a dating app?
On dating apps, and who
give
benefits?
False hope to people. Like, why is that a thing?
Who benefits from that? So my mom says to me,
creates traffic.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not beneficial to the person trying to date.
It's not authentic.
So it's really just software specific in upping the ratings of the software. Is that what you're saying?
I'm so glad that people understand these things. I've just heard of them, and I know that when I'm on websites, they're like, we need to see if you're not a bot. Which one of these things have a dog in them?
Oh my God.
And they ask you. Anywho, the point is, my mother pulls me aside, right?
But
and she
if
says,
you don't know what a dog looks like.
Then that's a whole new show. I can't even get into that. My mom says, Helen knows she's fat. You don't need to, she had a southern accent. You don't need to tell her that. She knows. And I remember being 5 or 6 or whenever I was that I said this. And I thought, are you sure? Because if
she ain't doing anything about it.
Because if she did, then why would, and that was me being, anyway, so if a child does this, back to the original topic.
Oh my God.
Reason
number 4.
Yeah. Give me a minute.
Oh
Give me a minute.
She's
I got to put in all the codes.
It would be easier if you printed this shit, Sarah.
Well, why don't you teach me how to do, can we get a bot to do that?
Oh my
now,
God.
When you post a picture on social media and all of the comments are about how brave you are, chances are you might be overshooting. Brave. Yeah. Chances are you're overshooting how attractive you are when you post your picture. Oh my God, let me take a selfie. And you post that. And people are talking about how brave you are. That's a problem according to what I found out today. Number 5. When people come up to
How many are there?
you. Huh? What?
How many are there?
How many did I take? I took 10.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought that
Halfway
should be
through.
enough.
5.
Number 5, people, when people come up to you and talk about your friend and only your friend. So when you're out in public and they're not,
I don't buy that one so much.
Why don't you tell me why, and I'll tell you why it's true. Because I listened.
Well, I don't buy that so much because if you're talking about friends
that are with you. Like that
are with you.
Yes. Oh, perhaps I should make myself more clear. So this is if you're out in a public situation and someone comes up to you and says, your friend is so fabulous.
Oh, got it. I misinterpreted that. Okay.
Yeah, okay. See? So now you see. Number 6. When the only people...
My friend really likes you.
Well, and that happens.
He'd like your digits.
It's like junior high all over again, people.
I don't think junior high ever ends.
It doesn't. It just continues on in life, and as much of a nightmare. Like, I remember when I got out of junior high, and I'm like, thank the Christ I'm out of here. Bloody hell.
I don't remember thanking God for it. I just moved on.
Oh.
I don't remember
I thought I did too, but no. It's back. It's still here. Maybe it never left.
It's because the 90s are back.
Is that why?
It's why.
Well, I had already graduated. I was already done.
No, you weren't.
I'm 103 years old.
90s.
Yeah.
I was in high school, which meant you were in middle school. You were in middle school.
Are you high?
No.
Do you know how old I am?
Yes.
No, you don't, because you're just saying that I'm younger than you. If you're in junior... Have some more champagne, Luce.
Let me have more champagne.
People,
I did the math backwards, people.
I am going to be...
Okay, I was in high school, so you were starting college.
If I was in college...
My junior year in high school, I would have been, 16, 15, I would have been 14.
Yeah, I'm a little older. And
so you would have been starting college. Am I
I
not wrong?
If I was into college, in what year? 1990s. What did you just say, 7?
In the 90s.
In the 90s? Oh, yeah, I'd have been in college in the 90s.
Thank you.
The point is, it's not even the point.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Raquel, 1988. That was a good year for the Beatles.
I graduated from high school in 1988. It was a great year.
Oh my
now, when people...
Did you party the Beatles?
Huh? Beatles?
Beatles! The Beatles!
What about them?
Did you party to the Beatles in the 88s?
Not really. Are they in the reasons that people overshoot their attractiveness? I'm trying to... I'm trying to stick with...
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to stick with...
You're losing me.
You're lost to me. All right. So we talked about when people talk to your friend and only your friend.
Yes.
You get that now. Now, when the only people complimenting your looks are a generation older than you.
That's always a compliment.
You know what? It's not that you want to dismiss any compliments from any age group.
No, but it's more of a compliment for them. It's almost like self-reflection when that happens.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you allow now that piques my interest? Self-reflection on the older generation's part?
Yeah, I feel like when an older generation compliments you, it's because there's something that they're missing in their own lives and they appreciate it and they want it back.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that they were just
Authentically nice now.
okay.
Nobody does anything for non-selfishness.
And you learned something new there.
Let's just be real. Everybody's fucking selfish. In one way or another. That's not a
Absolutely.
negative statement, people.
It's
Please
just out
don't
there.
take selfishness as a negative thing. It is human nature to be selfish.
Well, not only that, but selfishness can come in really handy in actually being selfless. And we're going to get into that's a pretty deep topic.
Wow.
We're going to get into that after this one. Now, where are we? Yeah. Number 7.
Are you older than both of us?
Who?
Are you though?
Who's older than us?
Just 2164. I just snarfed.
Okay. Well, it's good to snarf. Now, when someone of the opposite sex meets up with your group and they give everyone a hug and you a high five, that might be that you are overshooting your attractiveness.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's almost an insult at that point.
I hunted all over the internet.
That's a common.
Enough that it was
Wow.
in there. Enough that it was in there. And I've had that happen. I was the one giving the high five, but it wasn't that I didn't think that they were attractive. I wasn't even thinking about attractiveness. I was just thinking, it's hot. Who needs hugs?
But you hugged everybody else?
Well, yeah, I don't remember. I don't have enough information to comment on that part. I just know that I've given high fives, but it wasn't because someone wasn't attractive. Because I'm a hugger. I like hugs.
But you went for the high five.
I did. It was I remember being irritated. It was hot out. Anywho, moving on. Okay. You make a self-deprecating joke and nobody says shit. That's happened to Raquel. See? How did it feel? Were you the one giving the high five or were you the one receiving and everyone else got hugged? Yeah. But Raquel's been married for 10 million years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's different.
So that doesn't really, these are for single people still trying to evaluate
Still trying to make it in the world, people.
Yeah, not everybody's that lucky. Now, crickets. If you make a self-deprecating comment and no one laughs with you, it's all over. Why are you still laughing? What's going on? Luce?
I don't need people to laugh with me to be funny.
Yeah, but did you see something?
No.
Because you can read and I can't that far away.
What?
Did somebody say anything? Yes, thank you, Erin. Like that. So
Just 2164 just said, I'm such a dork. Anything? ? I can't literally keep up with every comment, so I don't know what was said before that. So I can't comment on that.
Lucy's just not with me. Come on, ho. Hurry up.
High five.
Are you paying attention? High five. All right, listen. So then when you're on Tinder for 1 month and getting no responses, this indicates everyone has swiped left. I thought that was a really good point.
Have you been on Tinder?
I have not. I'm not done the Tinders.
Isn't Tinder the hookup app?
Yes.
So nobody's looking for anything serious.
No, but that means...
So it doesn't matter if you have a good personality going to stage 1.
But what the people who put this on here as a valid situation that you're overshooting your attractiveness are trying to say is you've been on there a month. That means no one has even swiped right once. Just
a
to get
makeover
laid.
is due, people.
Just to get laid. Yes.
Yeah.
You might want to, because I am to understand that there is someone for everyone on Tinder. I haven't navigated that site.
I don't
but
know.
if I do, I might do it on the show. Would you people like that? I've never been on Tinder,
We'll put it on the big screen.
Oh my God.
And make it live.
Everybody
and you
can be
guys
like,
get to
swipe
decide
right, swipe
if
left.
we swipe left or swipe right.
Oh my God, that would be so fun. I would be totally in. Okay, let us know, people.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Now, the final one that I wrote is if your social profile pictures aren't actually of you.
You mean you're 80 and your profile picture is of a guy ripped with a 12-pack from his 20s?
Perhaps, but in this scenario, you get extra points if your profile picture. What's happening?
Just 2164 says Bumble is better than Tinder.
I
seems
agree.
like he speaks from experience.
I agree, and I'll tell you why I think Bumble is better. But I haven't been on Tinder to really. I just felt like Tinder was. It just. I realized.
Sex.
Yeah, it was just too. I wanted to actually speak to people who, not that people on Tinder can't have a conversation, but I'm to understand it's discouraged on Tinder. Mariah, what'd she say? Yes.
Chris was on all kinds of dating sites. You know about some of the craziness.
Oh my God. Chris has to come and be a guest. Mariah, you got to hook me up. We'll talk. The point is that when you're on social media and you're using a cartoon or anime, anything like that as your profile.
You mean anime?
Yeah, is that the word? What did I say?
Animation. So there's an N. Anime.
No. Is it?
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Anime.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's got to mean something.
Pretty positive.
Whatever. You know what I mean. You get extra points for that in that it's extra in that no. Just no. You're
Brownie
over,
points
you're
for saying it
overshooting.
right.
Do we have to say things right here on HOs? The show is called HOs On Air. Does it really matter what we say about anything or if it's correct? HOs On
It's
Air.
spelled correctly.
It's Lucy was really into the grammar of HOs On Air. Now,
Hey, I didn't want it with an O, okay? Everybody was doing HOE like I'm a freaking gardening tool.
I want to get through this.
Okay, sorry.
Gardening tools. It's true. It's true. Now, I don't want to just be putting out negative, okay?
Put out some positive,
because
Sarah.
you know it's like the tampon of
I want some
the
positive
situation.
vibes. High five.
Never gonna high-fiving you. So, I went through the trouble, Lucy and people,
Sarah.
to take the time to write down what people could be doing right
Ooh.
if they want to progress in finding a partner kind of a situation.
Don't use filters, number one.
Actually, filtering was a lot of it, but not the kind of filters that you're thinking, not the kind of filters that make you look different in your pictures. But how about filters like, hey, I want X, Y, and Z. I do not want A, B, and C. We're all done here if this is what you can't bring to the table. That's an example of a filter that you do want so that you can immediately be showing people if you don't want to waste time. Now, if you want to waste time, people,
That's
that's
what
a
I
different
call
show.
that's what I call a search filter. You know, like when you go
Oh.
on Google and you do an initial search and then you break it down, you're like, okay, here's my filter. I want this color and I want this, size and this many pixels. That's what you're essentially saying.
Okay. Well,
But I'm talking about the filters where you look different.
And I wasn't. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I hate it when you misrepresent yourself. I know someone, oh my God, did I tell you this story? So this guy I knew, he had this woman, it was a long distance thing, and they finally agreed that she would drive to him. She gets there. Her skin, he told me, looks like leather.
Oh, yeah.
Leather. And then he's thinking, oh my God, wait, what happened? Oh, nothing. She intends to spend the night at my house because she drove in from out of town, okay? And now he's thinking, I'm not putting out.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not putting out. So she started getting mad. She was making overtures. She drove a long way. Mariah. Yes, I remember that being one of your filters, Mariah.
Didn't want a man who already has kids.
Yeah, she didn't have any.
We're stalled on TikTok there, Aaron.
Do something. Okay.
I'm able to access we got banned.
Yeah.
Why are we banned?
Yeah, it just happens.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, TikTok
We got
people.
other platforms. So,
Okay.
yeah, we always get flagged on TikTok. I don't know why.
Really? We do?
We're just too edgy for the platform, I think.
I don't
It's
think
okay.
we said anything. You know what?
I think we're still on.
It don't
I take
matter.
offense. I don't take offense to anything. Where were we?
It's all good. What were we
Mariah,
talking about?
One of that her man didn't have kids. Yeah, and that is a filter. A great example. Thank you, Mariah, of a filter that you would put out there when
So she shows up to this guy's house.
Yes,
and she looks
thank
like
you.
leather.
She looks like leather. And
And-
he's like, we're not getting it on. And she's getting mad. She was making all these overtures because after all, I don't really blame her. She had driven all this way. And he's
Yeah,
like,
but she misrepresented who she was. That would be like saying I'm a 26-year-old college student with blonde hair and a six-pack, and showing up and you're a 64-year-old middle-aged woman.
I've done that. Don't knock it loose. The point is, okay, that
You know what? I'm going to make a point on this point.
oh,
Speaking of leather.
I'm intrigued.
You know what's funny is that women forget that there are men out there that find wrinkles sexy. I'm not kidding. There are men that find laugh lines and forehead wrinkles and wrinkles in general sexy because they prefer older women. And when you are completely flawless, you are inexperienced and a baby.
And dramatic.
And so I'm just saying, so if you are worried about how you're going to be perceived, if you're actually looking for somebody that matches you, then just be you.
Thank you, Mariah. Chris has been banned many times. I've seen him be banned. It's true. He's going to have to come on the show. No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree that there's a whole community of men out there who appreciate an older women. I think it's a lot, too, for the lack of drama. We're not going to go in, oh, my God, I brought my tits,
And
know?
I got my ass.
I got
what
my
else
ass.
You want more?
Yeah.
What? You
No.
want more?
No.
I don't cook. I don't clean. Here's my ass. Here's my titties.
I love the way
I have
you,
no education.
the way you say
I
it.
don't plan on working.
The way you say it is Eva. The way you say it is brilliant. But I did take the trouble to put out here. I don't even remember where we were going with that. Oh, just to that this woman was not going to get laid, and there's this rumor going around that men will get laid at all costs. No, not true. And he told her, "Here's what's going to happen. I'm sleeping over here in my room. Here's the guest room. You'll be sleeping here this evening, and that's the way it's going to be.
And I'll compromise with making you breakfast before you leave."
Oh my God, no, here's what happened. So of course I asked him, I'm like, oh my God, what happened the next morning, And he's like, I don't know. I was still in bed. I heard slam. And she's like slamming all the doors. Then he finally heard the front door slam, and she was gone, and he was glad. And you know what? I'm not even gonna have a problem with that, because she had misrepresented herself. And that is what I don't understand, how people think that they can get away with it. And people talk about this all the time. If you go on a dating app and you say that you're like a foot taller than you actually are, chances are that how are you planning on
heels?
Are you gonna? Well, no. And this is for some of the men. And unless men are going in high heels now, this just goes on, and it's an old topic. It's not even where I wanted to go. People misrepresent themselves. Horrible. Everybody, put out who you are. And then, if you want,
Everybody has a kink, people.
yeah, if you want to be, what was my topic now? The
don't
ones
know.
where we already talked about if you're overestimating your attractiveness.
This is
So
how-
now
how to
yes,
fix it?
we're talking about how you know if you're more attractive than
Oh.
you actually are giving yourself credit for.
Okay.
Because I'm
So
a
if
true
you're
skeptic.
a 10, but you're thinking you're a 5.
Exactly.
Okay,
Thank you.
number
Thank you for
one.
illustrating. Number 1, if you are hygienic, meaning skincare, making sure that you don't smell, making sure that you are in general presenting yourself in a way that is hygienically agreeable, meaning you can't have any smells, you've washed, and everything is at
There's
least
no blood
fresh.
under your fingernails.
Not this time, no. You can't leave it under there. That is already putting you ahead of the game. I can attest to this. I once met a gentleman. It wasn't that he smelled horrible, but he also didn't smell fresh. Okay? It was like
he
he
showered
came,
the day before.
or he came from work, just didn't bother to freshen up before. And that immediately, I have a few issues about this. If I'm going to get ready and make sure that everything is fresh, that's whatever you're bringing, you have the right to expect the other person to bring the same. Now, if I wanted to go to work all day and show up like that, that's fine. But it gives a stale kind of a smell that basically tells the person that you're just meeting, I'm willing to make no effort. And by the way, that's your first date. That's probably the most effort that they're going to put in. Okay?
What if there's an explanation upon arrival?
What would that look like, Luce?
I don't know. Say somebody was really wanted to make this date, but they didn't have time to freshen up. And it was a situation where they were leaving work and they were meeting up with you, and they said, you know what? I was really looking forward to this date, but my shift ran over and I'm coming straight from work, so please pardon my appearance or my
Smells.
whatever. Right?
Here's the thing. You just hit the nail on the head when you said that they addressed it. No.
Okay.
Nobody's addressing shit in this situation. Nobody's saying shit.
Okay.
They're just waltzing in like it's acceptable. Okay? Now, what's next?
We are making the phone lines just light up right now.
Well, can you read it? Because do we have? Oh, we are? No, and we're not. You know what? You got to start somewhere. Now I don't remember my passcode. Thank you, Liz. Now,
Oh my God.
staring. Now, people go in places, and I have a problem with this one. I didn't say that I agreed with. Are you staring at me? Yes, you are. I see you looking at you, looking at me. You see how deep that is? Rat, people. Deep song, Round and Round. Look it up. I feel like this is a mixed one, because the people were saying that staring is an indication that you're hotter than you actually give yourself credit for. But what I would like to add to this is staring is often because you're so disfigured.
Oh, no.
Or you're making a spaz out of yourself.
I was going to say,
Spaz-
staring often happens when you are so freaking bored you can't pay attention anymore.
Okay, now that's usually, if I'm doing that, I make sure I'm like at least not staring at a person and I'm like going off.
But
like
if you're
this.
having a conversation with somebody, and I've done this because it has happened, like I have a tendency to read lips because English is not my first language, but a lot of people will look you in the eye, right? And so you're staring at each other, whatever that looks like, and you're so freaking bored that it looks like I'm listening.
Like right now.
And 5 minutes later,
You do that to me through the whole show.
what did you say? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Huh?
There was
Who
a
are you?
fly.
Who are you? No. But the thing is, what they are saying, what the point that they were trying to illustrate is when you walk into a room, a bar, your street corner, and everyone is looking at you.
Well, it's okay, but it's
then maybe you've done something extra to look good.
yeah, like maybe you're dragging toilet paper on your heel.
That's happened. I see. Yeah, exactly.
I think
just-
if you're being
you
stared
can't
at,
go.
you have to take a minute and go, am I that hot?
Which
or
is
do I
why-
have lipstick on my teeth? Is my hair in the something about Mary position? Or do I have toilet paper on my heel? Is my fly down? Like, what is happening?
Well, what is happening is we have to question what we read on the internets, don't we?
Yes, we do.
But I did
Because
research. and
internet
this
is
was-
not fact.
Yeah. Well, really?
Oh my
I'm
God,
just
you
saying.
didn't know?
I didn't know.
Let
I'm
me
just.
share
I'm
with
just
you.
now
Internet
hearing.
is not fact.
Now,
Is that an injury? Is that an accident? Should
Are
we
we
call one in?
are we going to get kicked off
Should
of
we call-
TikTok?
What?
Are we going to get kicked off of
We
TikTok
should
for
call
you announcing
702
that?
Justice to be clear.
To justice, to justice, to justice, hose. Thank you for being. It's our hose. Look at them.
Oh my
Anyway,
God. What is happening?
they also said people smile at you, which, by the way, I wrote down specifically, is the advice of dating coaches that
Smile
you,
at everybody?
that you want. Well, at anyone that you're interested in. So if you were to ask, what is the easiest, thing that I can do when I'm in a new room with new people and I want to let someone know I'm interested, the answer, according to all the people, because I study the people who study this shit, okay? Their answer is,
Okay,
hey,
I'm going to interject
please.
because you can't just smile. Like, just smiling means that you're just being nice, okay?
You got to start somewhere.
But smiling and eye contact.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to get the person's eye contact.
And they
And then
recommend.
smile.
Do you know how long they recommend that you hold that eye contact with your smile loose?
10 seconds.
Nope. Oh no, way too long. They'll think you're psycho. They'll
Oh,
think you are hunting
5
them down.
seconds.
Nope.
I don't know. 3
Little-
seconds?
There you go.
3 seconds.
3 seconds, people. So let's and I would like you to time just how long that is. In just do one.
Aaron,
1,000.
ready? Ready?
Aaron,
Timer.
Aaron, time
Here
for
we go.
seconds. Okay,
Here we go.
Wait. I'm looking at
Ready?
someone in a bar. Here we go.
Set, go.
Timer or stopwatch?
Oh my God, it's over. No, I'm already labeled. Thanks, producer. Aaron, oh my God, I don't even know what to say to that. So you can see why people would think that you're just absolutely batshit if you do any longer than 3 seconds, because it's actually kind of a long time. I'm even going to say I'd cut that down to 1.5. Like, hey,
Hey.
and that's it. You see how it's done, people? We could demonstrate again. Actually, just rewind. I can't demonstrate again. Oh, a caller. Who's on the phone, Luce? Get it. There's a caller.
I don't actually answer a phone.
Oh, wait.
Hello?
Wait, what?
We have a caller.
Hello, you're on HOs On Air.
Hello. My name.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh, sorry, Luce. I was so
my name is Matilda. And Lucy, I want to tell you, I am a 64-year-old woman, and I cannot tell you how refreshing it was for you to say middle-aged instead of elderly?
Well, heck yeah. Do you know that I read an article today about a woman that just turned 117 and is still riding horses and taking fencing?
She is. She showed me the article.
So yes,
Oh my
middle-aged. Middle-aged, absolutely.
And thank
Oh my
you for
God!
commenting.
Well, before I got to 117, I'd take an overdose of something.
That's what my husband
that's not
said.
talk up-
And I have to tell you, how do you pronounce your name again?
I forgot what I said. I think I said Matilda. Or
Matilda.
it could be Claudine.
Claudine. Well, Matilda was a
Yeah.
clever name. That's the name of my husband's guitar. He's got it tattooed on his arm. Any relation?
Oh, that's the name. That's the name.
Tattoos. Well, I think
Matilda.
that you sound very
All right, well,
lively,
I'm just-
Matilda. You
I'm
sound so
enjoying
lively.
the show so much.
Oh, thank you.
I sound lovely. I am lovely.
I have a feeling you
are
are.
lovely.
I feel like I know you, Matilda.
You
I feel like
may,
I know
you
her.
may.
Matilda, love you. Thank you. Thank you for
cheers.
calling on. Cheers to
And yes,
Matilda.
middle-aged, may you live a long life of your
Okay.
choosing.
Middle
Love you
age
both.
is the new
Cheers.
35. Love you, Matilda.
Cheers.
The new
Bye.
35. Bye.
Yeah.
It
Look,
is.
when women are living to be 117, yeah, for sure.
Sweet baby Jesus. I don't know that I want to live that
I love
long.
the story of this woman. I don't know if you guys caught it, but there was an article done on this woman. It was 117, right?
Yeah. That's what I thought you had said.
I'm just going to verify. I sent this article to Sarah this morning, but this is a young lady, Madame Clement, longest confirmed human lifespan. Longest confirmed human lifespan, 122 years old, 164 days. And she was born. Oh my God, you guys! She was born in France, and watched the Eiffel Tower be built at the age of 14.
Yeah, but what dating website is she on? And-
Rocketit.com.
And
I don't know.
is she using, some sort of, how did you say it was pronounced? Adinamine?
What?
Izabidine?
What?
Adame, Iziname, Aname. The word that I couldn't pronounce, or a cartoon for your profile picture.
Oh, anime.
Anime.
Anime is Japanese animation.
Oh. Well, I just want to know
No,
if
she's
on
not
a
using
dating
anime,
website.
and I don't know that she's dating. I
Well,
don't
how
think
did you-
she cares.
How did you find out about her?
I found the article on Facebook news page that I follow, and she. I love the reference where it says the Eiffel Tower was built when she was 14 years old. It was at the time she met Vince Van Gogh, the artist, people, in case you're not aware. He was dirty, baldy, badly dressed, and disagreeable, she recalled in an interview
sounds
given
like
in
a lot of people's
1988.
dates. Absolutely.
When she was 19, when she was
Erin found it.
Yes, yes. When she was 85, she took up fencing and still rode her bike until she reached 100 people. She was fencing and riding her bike until she was 100 years old. Is that not
100
crazy?
years old. I don't even know
At
what
the
to say.
age of 114, she starred in a film about her life, and at age 115, she had an operation on her hip. At 117, this is my favorite. At age 117, she gave up smoking. Having started smoking at the age of 21 in 1896, she didn't give it up for health reasons. Her reason was that she didn't like having to ask someone to help her light a cigarette when she was nearly blind.
Brilliant. Brilliant. To
Let's
this woman.
think about, okay,
To
yeah,
the-
cheers
oh my
to this
God.
woman.
Oh
Think
my
about
God.
that. She
Holy-
gave up smoking not for health reasons at the age of 117. I can't even do the math, Erin.
Well,
she
I didn't
started
even know
at
that-
21.
I didn't know there were cigarettes in 1895.
104 years.
104 years she smoked, right?
And she's still
and
here.
she gave
and
it up
cognizant.
only because she became so blind she couldn't visually see lighting the cigarette, and she kept having to ask people to light the cigarette for her, and she got annoyed by it at 117 years old and said, you know what? Too much trouble. I'm out.
It's true.
And gave it up just like that, people.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She wasn't even.
What
wasn't
an
even
inspiration.
Addicted. Absolutely. I want to know if we could get her on the show. Because
going to France? Are we going to France?
I bet that she would change a few of these things that people are putting in about how you can know
Oh my God.
if you are genuinely attractive. Now, in order to obtain this information, I study dating coaches of all kinds. Some of them
Hi, Patty Powers.
I have studied for a while. Hi. And some of them are new. Now, I discovered a coach just this morning who likes to do his podcast he's coaching men, okay? No shirt.
In the nude?
I don't know about the rest of them, but there was no shirt. And I've noticed that a lot of coaches start off with men, particularly men
Life
coaches.
coach?
Yeah. Well, or dating, more specifically dating. They want to help men be more presentable when they go out into the world. And I can't say that isn't a needed service. I feel that
This sparks a memory.
I feel that this service is needed. So I'm not here to bash on anyone, but I did notice, and I liked it, that a lot of these men started off, "What's good, y'all?" What's good, y'all? I like that, with no shirt. And then this particular one went on to talk about skincare for men, which I feel is a really neglected topic.
Yeah,
And
it's like men don't need to.
Men just feel, oh, I got skin, I don't have to. No.
Our gay male friends are very active in that department.
And I want to bring it to being a requirement in the heterosexual community.
Yeah.
Because I feel that good skincare is a form of good manners.
Well, I feel like we're pretty lucky when they brush their teeth.
You know
and
what?
comb their hair.
Unfortunately, that isn't untrue. I want to change that. Because apparently I couldn't even command a date where the guy went home and took a shower. It was like he had been trucking all day, slaps on a baseball cap, and just gets to the restaurant.
So going back to the previous conversation, is this a direct reflection upon what you were projecting?
Well, I do not know. I wasn't doing that at the time. That is a really good question, actually. At the time, I wasn't doing a whole lot of, I was appreciating, but I think it's more of a reflection of the way people think that they get to show up. Come on, people. Let's pull our shit together. Let's show up for people that you haven't met before, ever.
Speaking of that, showing up for people you haven't met ever, this sparks a memory. And I'm sorry, I'm going to digress for a second.
We only have 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't care.
You're going to have to wrap it up.
So I had an opportunity to take a vacation, which doesn't happen often. And we were going with a group of people. So there were like 6 or 8 of us. I think there were 6 of us. And nobody, and I'm going to state this because some of you are probably watching, nobody opted in helping choose where we were going to stay, what activities we were going to do. And I was going through my own personal crisis and my own personal drama, and I needed a place of relaxation. I wanted a little place, like a retreat, where I could do a little yoga, I could re-center and find some recharge. So I found this bed and breakfast, and this was in Maui. I think it was Maui. Yeah, Maui. Maybe it was Kauai. Now I don't remember. But it was this beautiful property, and it was a bed and breakfast, and booked it. Great price, included a certain amount of food, had all these little bungalows on the property. We all picked our bungalow. There was morning yoga every morning, opt in or opt out, morning yoga. There was a waterfall on the property. It had its own private beach. And I went, oh, this sounds great, because no matter what anybody else wants to do in the group, I have places to go to fulfill my own personal needs right now. So I booked this place and I go, anybody object? I sent the links out, people. I sent all the information out to my group and I said, anybody object? Because if not, this is what I'm booking. Nobody came back to me with a rebuttal. Nobody said, hell no. Nobody said, I'd rather stay elsewhere. Nobody said anything other than, sounds good.
Okay.
So I booked it. We fly in, we show up. It is a very large piece of property. Very large. I mean, like tens of acres. Private beach that is absolutely stunning. Had a private cove that led to a 40-foot waterfall, Sarah. This thing was ginormous. And you could hike around the property to get to the top of the waterfall, which had lagoons that trickled into each other, and you could swim up there. It was absolutely magical. And our host and hostess, was amazing. She was from Europe, and she and her husband owned this property. And it was not disclosed that her husband was into the art of tantric music. He had 6 albums out. And he held, well, first of all, one of the pools on his property was
not
where
expecting that.
King Kamehameha used to hold his orgies.
Awesome!
In the pool, like by the ocean. And we were given a private tour to let us hear about the story.
Is this a story about him overestimating his attractiveness?
Yes, because he shows up like a ghost in the wind. We never heard him coming, ever. Never, ever heard him coming. We had so there was a primary house that had 8 rooms and I think 2 or 3 bathrooms that you shared. Then there were a couple of bungalows. And then what we didn't know is they would bring in people like young kids that were traveling through and working off their stay on the property. So they had a little farm going and all this other stuff. So it was like a eco-friendly sort of stay. It wasn't really a bed and breakfast where you were privately in your own space. And so
working off your
we're going to call this guy Raphael.
Okay.
And Raphael would just show up behind you, sneaking in without notice. And we would be talking about Raphael. All of a sudden, there he was. And he had a full chest of intricate dark hair.
Intricate dark hair.
With a velvet vest that went down to his waist.
Velvet
in
love.
Hawaii. Velvet
love.
in Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
Velvet. Can I mention velvet in Hawaii?
Velvet.
Why would you wear velvet in Hawaii?
Velvet love.
And he always had crystals on a leather chain perfectly placed amongst his chest hair.
Ooh.
And there were multiple times he freaked our group out because he would just show up out of nowhere. And then he invited us to a tantric session where he was holding a class in the middle of his property, and it was like $35 a person to come in and do this meditation, which was a tantric chant. Like, anybody that doesn't know tantric chant, just look it up. Tantric, okay? Look up the word. It's a sexual thing. Okay. So, not that I'm against it. If you're a couple and you need to reignite your romance, like, have fun, experiment, do your thing. But this is a group of people that we are not like, we're not swingers and we're not there to have intimate relations.
HOs On Air approves of romance, people. Okay, we like romance.
This guy shows up.
And then what happened?
Okay, so we get through the week. This is a long story. I have to sum it up because the show's almost over.
Oh my God, the show is over.
But the end of the story is that we're about to leave, and he comes into our area to say goodbye to everybody. And he gives everybody a hug. And we're like, okay, hugs to everybody.
Not high fives.
No high fives. He was very intimate. Hugs to everybody. And
do you have herpes now?
Then he let out this scream, this blood-curdling scream. One of my elderly friends that was with us, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, dear.
was so freaked out she jumped. And
I know who it was.
And he proceeded to explain that the torture he felt inside of us departing his property was relying on escaping his body, and he was letting the gods know of his suffering.
Yeah, okay. That's just a touch of bullshit. Where's my bullshit button? Bullshit. Oh my God, it's 4.
Did we miss any points?
We missed all the points.
Oh,
Next.
How many
so
are there?
people-
Wait, how many are there left?
There. Oh my God.
What were we on?
I had written down a few more for 9. 9.9 times.
9 more?
9 points. Well,
Okay,
no,
hurry up.
there's-
Number
oh
2.
My God.
Here we go.
Oh my God. If people enjoy talking to you, this might mean that you're hotter than you want. Raising eyebrows in conversation, which I do to you constantly. Again, I have a rebuttal for all of those things, just being a normal person who wants to let someone feel like you're listening to the words that are coming out of their mouth. I didn't say I agree with these, but this is what is out there.
Okay.
People smile at you. Again, and that's what led us off on, we didn't even get past that.
Sub-ho.
Hey ho. Hey. Questionable at best or completely unreliable at worst is this one. Awkwardness from people because they are nervous when they're around you. This can happen to me just from being me. Okay?
This happens to me all the time.
It's happening right now.
Yeah, you're
Where's my
making me
champagne?
very uncomfortable.
Oh my God. You know
Okay.
what's uncomfortable is I feel rushed through. I can't rush people.
Hey, I wanna hear number 9.
I want what I don't do. Can you read it? No.
No compliments.
Oh yeah, because can you guess why? Don't read it. No cheating. Can you guess why? No compliments. No
I already
compliments
read
means.
it. Just say it.
Well, then why don't you tell the people?
Okay. Yeah.
I thought you read it. Okay, you can tell them
I did,
anyway.
but it's
If you can find it, you can tell them.
Okay.
Why is no compliments a sign? No compliments that someone's
Because for
into you.
people figure you must know you're good looking. You don't need the compliment. You hear it all day long.
This is true.
Again, this is also because you're hideous. Eventually, the fun is in never knowing.
Yes. You see what happens if you read my notes? You don't really get where
I don't.
I was going to go. What I was trying to illustrate for everyone, people, is that if you are out there in the dating community, just because someone doesn't compliment you, according to this, doesn't mean they don't like you, because they feel you're already getting all the compliments and you don't need theirs on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what was
We're
that
going to
latter part?
pick this topic up on next week's episode.
Yeah, does anyone even care about this topic?
Well,
Please
you know.
let us know. You know, because I can move on. There's a lot to be disenchanted about in the dating community.
Well,
We can-
I
we
feel
can
like
move
there's
on.
a lot that you didn't get to say. So we'll pick
There's
this
always a
up
lot I
to
don't say.
round this off on the next episode and then move on. But
It's
we
4:05.
are out of time and we've gone over time. So thank you for joining
Thank you
us.
for being
on
with us,
HOs On Air.
hoes.
Thank you to our new sponsor, 702 Justice.
Justice.
If you're in an accident, injury, need assistance and help, please call 702 Justice. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
hoes.
much. We'll
Thank
see you
hoes.
next week.
Word. The house.